Well, good evening and welcome to the First United Bank Center on the campus of West Texas A&M University, where tonight we are ready for a doubleheader of Lone Star Conference basketball action. First up, the West Texas A&M Lady Buffs will host the St. Mary's Rattlers. The Lady Buffs come into tonight's game 18-8 overall, 11-7 in the Lone Star Conference. That puts them tied for fifth in the overall LSC standings. Their opponents, the Rattlers of St. Mary's, a disappointing season, 7-17 overall. They are 3-15 in conference play, 15th place in the LSC standings. The LSC standings, all important right now, as the top 8 teams in the overall standings advance to the Lone Star Conference postseason championships, which take place the first weekend of March. The Lady Buffs had a rough week last week, dropping road games at Eastern New Mexico as well as Western New Mexico. The good news is they're back home tonight, where they are an undefeated 10-0 at home this season. But they will again have to contend without guard Carly Motzenbacher, who is out of the lineup due to a high ankle sprain suffered 2 weeks ago. Without Motzenbacher in the lineup, they lose 13 points as well as 7 rebounds per contest. For St. Mary's, they enter tonight's game, as I mentioned, 7-17 overall, just 3-15 in LSC play. They've dropped 3 in a row and 16 of their last 18 games. However, of those 18 losses, 9 have been by 7 points or less. 5 have been by 4 points or fewer. They're in their first season under head coach Valerie Weezar, and the Rattlers are led by 6'1" forward Gabby Elliott. She averages 13 points and over 7 rebounds a game to lead the Rattlers in both categories. Already eliminated from the LSC postseason picture, St. Mary's is playing for pride down the stretch. The Lady Buffs, they're looking to improve their standing in the Lone Star Conference race, trying to get a higher seed for that all-important postseason conference championship. If the season were to end today, the Lady Buffs would be playing Lubbock Christian in the semifinals, or the quarterfinals rather, of the LSC championship. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll set the starting lineup for tonight's game. You're watching West Texas A&M basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
Energy is a glowing sphere of hot gas. It's an ocean of air. And at Excel Energy, we make it safe. It's why we train first responders. Help you identify where utility lines are buried. Sir, do not dig there. And it's why we study the flight paths of majestic golden eagles before we build a wind farm. Safer energy, people. It's all part of the carbon-free 2050. You, us, together.
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. In addition to our game, other games around the LSC tonight involving women's basketball. UT Tyler is at UT Permian Basin. St. Edwards is at Lubbock Christian. Eastern New Mexico visits Oklahoma Christian. Midwestern State is at Texas A&M Kingsville. Western New Mexico is at Arkansas Fort Smith. And a big one down in San Angelo, Texas Women's, who currently lead the LSC standings at 18-0. They're 23-1 overall. Visit Angelo State. Before we get into our starting lineup, we're going to take a brief timeout for our national anthem.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to the campus of West Texas A&M University, to the First United Bank Center. It's Lone Star Conference action tonight. as the Rattlers of St. Mary's visit to face your West Texas A&M University Lady Puffs. Before introducing the players, fans, we ask at this time that you please stand as we honor our great country and the brave men and women that protect it with the playing of our national anthem.
Our national anthem is played by the West Texas A&M Pep Band. Now let's meet the starting lineup for our two teams tonight. First, our visitors from San Antonio, Texas, the Rattlers, 7-17 overall, 3-15 in Lone Star Conference play in their first season under head coach Valerie Weezar. They will start at one guard, Araya Powell, 5'6" junior from Detroit, Michigan. Powell averages 6 points, 2.2 rebounds. She had 20 points earlier this season against Eastern New Mexico and is a transfer from Texas A&M Corpus Christi. At guard, Tiana Huggins, a 5'6" junior from San Antonio, averages 7.7 points, 4.5 rebounds. At forward, Natalia Ring, a 5'6" senior from Gdynia, Poland. Ring averages 6.5 points, 5.2 rebounds. She's twice grabbed 10 rebounds this season and is a transfer from Wichita State. Also at forward, Gabby Elliott, 6'1" freshman from San Antonio. Elliott leads the Rattlers in scoring and rebounding, averaging 13.1 points, 7.3 rebounds. She tallied 20 points earlier this year at Western New Mexico. Rounding out the lineup for the Rattlers, Tanja Bilic, 6' junior from Zagreb, Croatia. Bilic averages 7 points, 3.5 rebounds. For the Lady Buffs at 18-8, 11-7 in Lone Star Conference play in their second season under head coach Josh Brock. They'll start at one guard, Asia Hamir, a 5'8" sophomore from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Asia averages 7.8 points, 1.8 rebounds. She tallied 23 points earlier this season at Angelo State. Kyla Kane's a guard, 5'10" freshman from Wellington, Texas. Kane averages 5.3 points, 2.1 rebounds a game. She had 16 points and 6 rebounds last Saturday out at Western New Mexico. The third guard's Lauren Taylor, 5'10" senior from Collierville, Tennessee. Taylor averages 9.5 points, 4.5 rebounds. At one forward, Jayla Burgess, a 6'2" sophomore from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Burgess averages 2.8 points, 4.1 rebounds. She had 9 rebounds at Cameron, 8 rebounds earlier this year against Fort Hays State. Rounding out the Lady Buff starting lineup, Nylan Thabach, a 6'4" junior from Boise, Idaho. Nylan averages 9.7 points, 7 rebounds a game. She had 21.6 boards against UT Tyler, 18 points, 13 rebounds down at San Angelo against Angelo State. So there's our starting lineup for the Rattlers: Ring, Powell, Huggins, Elliott, and Bilic. For the Lady Buffs, it will be Hamir, Kane, Thabach, Taylor, and Burgess. Lady Buffs averaging 70 points a game. They're allowing 61.2. For the Rattlers, they struggle offensively, averaging just 59.4 points. But defensively, they can really clamp down, only allowing 62 points a game. As mentioned earlier, they have lost 9 games by 7 points or less. But talking with their head coach, Valerie Weiser, before the game, she simply said, we struggle offensively. We'll see what happens tonight. Randy Arbuckle, Leandre Benton, Michael Nicolo are the referees. St. Mary's wins the opening tip. The Lady Buffs going from our left to our right, wearing the pink uniforms tonight. As part of Breast Cancer Awareness Night here at the First United Bank Center. In the paint, running layup, missed by Ring. Rebound still loose. Coming up with it, Lauren Taylor. Gives it back to Kane. Lady Buffs' first possession of the ball game. After the Lady Buffs' first bucket of the game, the First United Bank Center crowd's going to paint the court pink. And we'll just leave that up for our cameras to note what that is. In the paint, turnaround by Elliott. Nothing but net. St. Mary's jumps out to an early 2-0 lead. Hamir on the wing. Baseline right side, Burgess drives in. Kicks it out to Kane. Pull-up jumper from 12, short. Thabach with the rebound. The follow won't go. Ring with the defensive board. Quickly down court to Elliott off the glass. Misses. Rebound controlled by Powell. Mid-range by Huggins, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Lady Buffs basketball. And I think in the first minute and a half, if you're a Lady Buff fan, you're saying tighten up the interior defense. St. Mary's has had 3 shots from inside the paint. Lady Buffs looking for their first points of the night. Thabach. Right wing to Hamir. Back inside to Thabach. Puts it off the glass and in. And here comes the pink. Nice turnaround banker by Nylan Thabach. Ties our game at tied 2-2 Rattlers basketball as Natalie Ring gets it inbounds to Tiana Huggins, who brings the Rattlers up court. Huggins baseline. Out on the wing, tries to force it inside to Billage. Kicks it outside, long three, misfired by Powell. And Lauren Taylor comes down with the rebound, loses the ball, but we're going to have a foul called against St. Mary's. Foul goes against Tiana Huggins. That's her first foul of the game.
And whistle for the personal foul on the Rattlers. Tiana
Talked about the Rattlers' scoring inability. 5 times this season, they have failed to reach 50 points. Here's Taylor, drives in, off the glass, too strong. Rebound goes out of bounds, last touched by the Lady Buffs. Nope, we're going to have a foul. They're going to call a push against Jayla Burgess. It's her first personal, first team foul against WT. Two our score, 7:30 to play first quarter. Village on the wing, on the block to Elliott. Kicks it back out to Huggins. Huggins to Powell. Back to Ring. Ring in the paint, goes baseline. Elliott, 6 on the shot clock. Elliott in the corner puts up an arcing three, no good. Rebound comes down to the Rattlers Village. Tries to feed Powell inside, throws it away. Hamir comes up with the basketball. Sabach, top of the key. Right wing to Kane. Pass to Hamir. Goes out of bounds. Second turnover against the Lady Buffs.
The 5'10" freshman guard, Holly Stalder. For Jayla Burgess.
WT substitution, Holly Stalder, freshman from Hooker, Oklahoma. Replaces Burgess. The Lady Buffs going with the matchup zone now. You rarely see Lady Buffs play zone, but Josh Brock was telling me today we might try it tonight, and that's what they're doing. Missed shot from outside, rebound caught on the floor by Kane. We've got a jump ball, Lady Buffs basketball.
In favor of the Lady Buffs.
Still 2-2. 3.5 minutes into this game. Hamir wants to drive. She's cut off outside by Huggins. Goes to Sabach. Back to Hamir on the wing. Shot clock at 10. Sabach on the wing. Puts up a three. No good. Rebound comes down to Ring. Briley Perkins, sophomore from Houston, in the lineup for the Rattlers, as well as Faith Phillips. Here's a long three, right wing, no good by Powell. Rebound comes down to Stalder. Stalder pushes it up court. Kane for three, too strong. Sabach with the rebound. Her follows blocked. No foul on the play. Strong block underneath by Natalia Ring. And we stay at 2-2. In the corner, three-pointer air ball put up by Ring. It'll be Rattlers basketball.
Two substitutions. Jayla Burgess returning to the floor.
Kamira Decker on the floor for the Lady Buffs. Jayla Burgess returns to the lineup. Rattlers basketball as it comes into Alexis Robinson, who just checked into the lineup. Robinson, a freshman from Brownsville, Texas. Wants to drive, does drive, stops at the block, kicks it outside to Perkins. Perkins running jumper at the buzzer, no good. Rebound to the Lady Buffs. 2-2's our score. 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Kane on the wing. Gets a screen by Decker. Reverses to Stalder. Up top to Kane. Spins from 8. Yes, and count it. Send her to the line for the bonus.
That whistle for the personal foul on the Rattlers.
Foul goes against Briley Perkins, her first, the Rattlers second. There you see the move by Kane. Sweet offensive shot. Will take us to a timeout at 4:34. Lady Buffs lead it 4-2. When we come back, Kane will go to the line for the bonus. You're watching Lady Buff basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Well, neither team has flourished offensively in the first 5.5 minutes. Lady Buffs 2 of 7 from the floor. St. Mary's just 1 of 10, but Kyla Kane with a sweet move in the paint got the bucket to give WT the lead, goes to the line for the bonus and misfires. Lady Buffs lead 4-2, 4:30 to play here in the first quarter. And there's a turnover. Hamir comes up with the loose ball in the paint off the glass and got the ball to fall. Aggressive move to the rack by Asia Hamir, and the Lady Buffs go up 4 at 6-2. Long three, no good. Put up by Perkins. Rebound to WT. Kane, right wing for three, knock it down. 5 points for Kane. St. Mary's wants a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. Lady Buffs lead it 6-2. You're watching West Texas A&M basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
Well, the Lady Buffs go up 9-2, waiting for the scoreboard to get adjusted here. They didn't get Kyla Kane's tray up there. Now it's there, and the fans can sit down happy again. Lady Buffs on a 9-0 run. St. Mary's 0 for their last 9 from the floor, scoreless for the last 5-19. And they've had some good looks. Here's Kyla Braxton Young drives. Her layup no good, but she's going to be fouled. And I believe Kamira Decker is going to pick up her first foul.
Picking up personal foul number 2, the Lady Buffs' second team foul. At the line, shooting twice for the St. Mary's Rattlers, Kayla Braxton Young.
Braxton Young goes to the line where she's shooting twice.
A correction on the personal foul. That foul credited to Kamira Decker.
Braxton Young knocks down the first. Misses the second. Decker with the rebound and the outlet to Kane, ahead to Hamir. Asia reverses dribble. Left side to Burgess and Taylor. Kane tried to hit Hamir in the corner, and Asia was driving to the bucket. Would have been a nice give and go. had they been on the same page. Turnover number 4 against WT in the first 6 minutes of the ball game. Driving baseline. Jaden Dunn steps on the end line out of bounds, and that's the kind of turnovers that you have to avoid, especially when you're in a slump. 2:54 to play first quarter. Lady Buffs leading at 9-3. Kyla Kane with 5 points to lead the Lady Buffs. Rattlers bucket. Tallied by Gabby Elliott. Taylor with the turnaround. Missed. Good execution, just couldn't finish. Lady Buffs lead stays at 6. 2.5 to play in the first. Braxton Young up top. Phillips for 3, no good. Rebound comes down to WT. As a team, St. Mary's hitting just 27% from three-point range. Stalder kicks opposite side. Here's Taylor. Burgess inside to Thabach for the lay-in. Nice feed by Burgess. Nice shot by Thabach, who now has 4 in the Lady Buff lead up to 8. 11-3, 1:45 to play in the first. 3 from outside, no good by Braxton Young. We've got a whistle underneath. Ball hit the top of the backboard. Lady Buffs basketball. Thabach give and go to Stalder. Couldn't hold on. Stolen away by Dunn. Back to Huggins. Tiana Huggins at the line. Puts it up from 17. Too strong. Taylor with the rebound. It's her third. In the corner to Stalder for 3. Knock it down, Holly Stalder. Lady Buffs second 3 of the game. 14-3 West Texas A&M lead. We enter the final minute of the first period. Phillips drove, almost lost it. Recovered back to Huggins. We're going to have a reach-in foul. This is going to go against Asia Hamer, her first, team's third.
That's the Lady Buffs' third team foul in the first period. Macaulay Gregory checking into the game.
Macaulay Gregory into the lineup for the Lady Buffs as the Rattlers inbounds the basketball. Ring kicks it back outside to Phillips from 17, knocks it down. Nice jump shot. Faith Phillips, sophomore from San Marcos. Makes it a 14-5 ball game. Lady Buff lead. Shot clock turned off as we're in the final 15 seconds of the first period. Kane using a high screen from Taylor. Kicks in the corner to Gregory. Gregory in the paint, running jumper off the glass, yes. Macaulay Gregory ends the period with the Lady Buffs leading 16-5. 16-5. Lady Buffs lead after 1. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the second period of play. You're watching West Texas A&M basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Well, after one period, the Lady Buffs lead at 16-5, shooting 54% from the floor, 7 of 13. They've knocked down 2 of 4 3-pointers. They've got 13 rebounds. St. Mary's just 2 of 15 from the floor, 0 of 8 from three-point range. Rattlers have 8 rebounds, and if there's a blemish in the Lady Buffs painting right now, it's 5 turnovers. Inside shot forced up by Billich, no good. Offensive rebound put up and missed by Phillips, but she's going to be fouled. Foul's going to be charged against Thabach, her first. Lady Buffs first of the period.
First team foul in the second period.
Phillips at the line shooting twice, 62% on the season.
Gabby Elliott, the Rattlers shooter.
Let's make that Gabby Elliott at the line. Misses the first, got the second. (16-7) our score, just underway, second period. West Texas A&M with the lead. Thabach, left wing to Kane. Up top to Taylor. Drives and will be fouled.
St. Mary's
Foul goes against Natalia Ring, her first. The Rattlers first of the period. Lauren Taylor goes to the line, shooting twice.
First team foul at the line. 2 AOMS attempts for Lauren Taylor.
Taylor knocks down the first. Makes them both.
2 points for Lauren Taylor.
Lady Buff lead up to 11, which is their largest of the night. Billich, left side to Huggins, baseline left side, jumper missed by Elliott. Rebound to the Lady Buffs, outlet to Kane. Stalder in the corner. Back out to Kane. Drives in, passes to Thabach, who misses, gets her rebound, and is fouled.
Rattler foul. Gabby Elliott picking up her first personal.
Gabby Elliott picks up her first personal. Second team foul against the Rattlers.
Free throw attempts.
In the early going, it's obvious the Lady Buffs want to be aggressive, take it to the rack, and that's what they've been doing. On the season, Thabach 54 of 67 from the line, now make it 68. Good crowd on hand tonight at the First United Bank Center, as Thabach misses them both. Powell goes up top to Billich, back outside to Powell. Her three, no good. Rebound to Elliott. To Billich, back to Elliott, who took a step. Turnover number 4 against the Rattlers. This shot, Macaulay Gregory gets the rebound, is tied up, and it'll be Lady Buffs basketball on alternate possessions.
Asia Hemer back into the game for Macaulay Gregory.
Hemer returns to the lineup. Billich down low. Elliott turnaround, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touched by the Lady Buffs. Rattlers basketball and a turnover. Elliott took a step on her dribble drive. Lady Buffs basketball leading by 11. Here's Burgess, open, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound, kicked. Taylor picks it up. Can't get the ball to go down. Sabach with the follow, blocked and stolen. A flurry of activity under the Lady Buffs basket, and they can't capitalize. Rattlers trailing by 11. Huggins was open, elected not to shoot, kicks it outside where a three is missed by Powell. But the Rattlers get the offensive rebound. Huggins drives in, high off the glass, no good. Sabach gets the rebound for WT. And the outlet to Taylor. Here's Kane. Right side to Hemer for three. Her banker misses. Sabach had the ball, was knocked down in the process. And we've got a foul against Natalia Ring, her second. Rattlers' third of the period. And with 6:30 to play in the second period, Lady Buffs basketball with Kyla Kane to inbound to the left of the Lady Buffs basket. Gets it into Burgess. Kicks it outside to Kane. Launches a three. Won't go. Lady Buff lead stays at 11. There's a turnover. Hemer, baseline, little floater, short. WT's basketball. Lady Buffs, to their credit, when the ball's not falling, they're getting the rebound. They already have 8 in this game, and they have 21 total rebounds. And we're not to the half yet. 8 on the shot clock. Decker inside, too strong. Rebound. Billich had it. Decker knocked it away. Fresh 20 for WT. Taylor outside. 3 rims out. Good look, and it just wouldn't go down. Shot missed by Billich. Quickly ahead to Hemer in the corner. And Asia steps on the line. Caught the basketball, and she started her dribble. So many times you see the player do it. They extend their foot behind them to push off, and she stepped on the sideline. Stalder back to the lineup for WT, replacing Burgess. Dunn kicks it up top to Phillips. Now Perkins, right side to Braxton Young. Her three, no good. But there for the rebound, Phillips. Could have turned around and put it back up, elected not to. Dunn drives off the glass, no good. Kane with the rebound. Taylor to Decker. Backs in, turns around, off the glass, too strong. Braxton Young with the defensive board. Cross court to Dunn. Perkins on the wing. Here's Perkins, drives in, shot blocked by Decker, but got the body contact. And for Kamira, that will be her second personal. Second team foul against the Lady Buffs in the second quarter. And that takes us to the media timeout. 3:55 to play, second period. West Texas A&M leads it 18-7. You're watching Lady Buff basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
Suddenlink is now Optimum, with award-winning internet, TV, and mobile, giving you the power to get closer and go farther with speed and reliability. With our new 100% fiber internet we're building, together with Optimum Mobile, voted #1 in customer satisfaction, you'll get the complete connectivity you deserve. And when you combine Optimum's award-winning connectivity with our 24/7 customer service, your future is only a connection away.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. Elsewhere around the LSC, UT Tyler leads UT Permian Basin 10-5 in the first. Lubbock Christian, an early 8-2 lead over St. Edwards. Texas Woman's 7-6 over Angelo State. Those are all early in the contest. At the line for St. Mary's, Briley Perkins shooting twice. She makes the first. Second shot also good. Lady Buff lead at 10, 18-8. St. Mary's comes out with some pressure. Lady Buffs break it. Sabach up top to Taylor with the double team. Hamer on the wing, double teamed. Jump ball, Lady Buffs turn it over. Did not handle the trap very well on that possession. Update from San Angelo, Texas Women's 25-19 over Angelo State. That's with 3 to play in the second. Here's Dunn. Right side to Perkins. Puts one up. No good. WT with the rebound. Lubbock Christian leads St. Ed's 22-15. The Hilltoppers are here at the First United Bank Center this Saturday. Lady Buffs and the Toppers at 1. The Buffs and St. Ed's at 3 p.m. And then next week it's home and home with Lubbock Christian as the Shaps come to Canyon on Thursday night. And then WT goes down to Lubbock on Saturday afternoon. That will be the regular season finale. Here it's a 10-point Lady Buff lead at 18-8, 2:40 to play in the second period. Perkins kicks it out right wing to Dunn. Her three is no good. We've got a whistle. A foul charged against the Lady Buffs. They got Lauren Taylor with her first personal. Third team foul. 2:30 to play in the quarter. Perkins on the wing, down low. Phillips in the corner to Dunn. Her three no good. Rattlers 0 of 12 from 3 in the first half. Elliott in the paint, short, rebound. Thabach had it, lost it, Taylor recovered. Quickly ahead to Hamir. Back out to Kane for three, won't go. Stalder fights for the rebound and knocked it out of bounds.
Jayla Burgess returning.
Inside of 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Lady Buffs leading it 18-8. Here's Dunn. On the block, stolen away. Taylor takes it to Kane on the wing. Lady Buffs scoreless over the last 7 minutes and 27 seconds. And that drought's going to continue as that's their 6th turnover during that time. Wow. Rattlers can cut it to single digits with the bucket. Dunn. Cross court to Huggins. 8 on the shot clock. Huggins kicks it outside to Phillips. Long three. Perkins knocks it down. First three of the evening by the Rattlers comes via Briley Perkins.
Rattler foul.
And Perkins then turns around and fouls, picks up her second, the team's fourth. So we are inside of a minute to play here in the first half. At halftime, we'll visit with men's associate head coach Chris Gove and break down our first half of action here with the Lady Buffs and the Rattlers. Kane airmails Burgess, but Hamir was there to back it up. Kane for three, too strong. Huggins with the rebound, rather. And the Rattlers going to play for one with 20 seconds to play in the period, trailing 18-11. Ten on the shot clock. Huggins up top to Phillips for three, no good. Burgess with the rebound. And that will end our first half of play. With the score, West Texas A&M 18, St. Mary's 11. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with our halftime activities. You're watching Lady Buff basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
Energy is a glowing sphere of hot gas. It's an ocean of air. And at Excel Energy, we make it safe. It's why we train first responders. Help you identify where utility lines are buried. Sir, do not dig there. And it's why we study the flight paths of majestic golden eagles before we build a wind farm. Safer energy, people. It's all part of a carbon-free 2050. You, us, together.
Went for a onside kick, landed on my knee pretty hard and ended up fracturing my femur. I ended up having to go back and have surgery. Even the day after I had surgery, I was back in the clinic here. It's nice to have people help me rehab at a caliber of what I'm used to feeling like I can do. One thing that I really liked was having the access to the turf, because that's what I'm used to playing on. Now, I mean, it feels like nothing had ever happened. You have a choice of where you can go. This is one of the best places in Amarillo.
Since 1910, WT and the Department of Agricultural Sciences has provided high-quality education to the students of the Panhandle and beyond.
At WT, professors know me and are committed to my success.
If you want to get an ag industry job, WT is where you need to be.
I don't want just a job and a paycheck after graduation. I want a career where I can make a difference.
WT invested in my career. I intend to pay it forward.
Welcome to Shimon Dental Group, where every day we're excited to see our patients and treat them like family. We are dedicated to providing you with the highest quality care in a friendly and comfortable environment. Shimon Dental Group's patient-focused philosophy puts your needs front and center.
We are constantly investing in leading-edge technology. Innovations that speed the treatment process and improve aesthetics. We're expanding the breadth of our cosmetic and restorative services through training to provide the best possible outcomes.
Just with the level of commitment that they show to taking care of my family and I, it's absolutely unmatched in this town, so I've been very happy with them.
Brightening smiles for more than 3 decades.
Contact Shimon Dental Group for your appointment today.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center, where we are at the half. The Lady Buffs leading St. Mary's 18-11. You always look for the positives in this, as we are sitting here with Associate Head Coach Chris Gove with the Buffs men's team. The 11 points allowed by the Lady Buffs ties for the 3rd fewest points allowed in program history in a half.
That's great. Think they were winning by more than 7 in those other games?
Thanks to Brent Seals, our Media Relations Director, for that uplifting note. We're going to look ahead to our nightcap. The Buffs hosting the Rattlers in what should be an entertaining game. The Buffs come in having won 10 of their last 11. The Rattlers have won 8 of their last 10. I'm going to start with the Buffs this past week, winning 2 in a row in New Mexico, putting up 90-plus points in both games, but doing so defensively at Western New Mexico, holding the Cowboys to just 66.
Yeah, the guys came out ready. It's a tough road trip. Going, 7 hours in between the two. And for those of you at home, you have a travel partner. So right now we are with Lubbock. So who we play Saturday is who Lubbock's playing tonight. Most travel partners are like us in Lubbock. They're 2 hours away. So the away team has to go 2 hours on Friday. The Eastern New Mexico, Western New Mexico one, that's a 7.5-hour road trip in between the two. And it's really hard on you to travel and do that. So it was a great win Thursday night. And then the guys, they forgot about it. They moved on, and they knew how important the Saturday game was, and they came out and they played great that day.
We always try and talk about an individual. Sometimes it's the guy who steps up and lights the board, but I want to get your comments. The play Saturday, especially of Ryland Holt. He's one of those kids that sees lots of court time, but you don't necessarily see his activity on the box score, but he did come through with double figures.
Ryland has had, over his career, you name the injury, he's had it. And rarely has he been healthy. And the Ryland Holt we saw Thursday and Saturday was the guy we thought we were getting, and it's a good time of the year for that. He's a phenomenal kid. He graduated in 3 years. He's already got businesses on the side. He's working on his master's. Phenomenal kid, and that's kind of who we thought we were getting, and I think it's going to come through hopefully the last few weeks of this season.
And you'd say a phenomenal kid. I can vouch for
Absolutely.
that. Just a great kid to visit with. One of the kids, if he sees you on campus or at United Supermarket, he says hi.
Yeah, he earned that. He earned last weekend, and he's been stressed out, I think, with how he's played himself. And this past week, we don't win those games without him, without Addison being there, and Ryland really stepped up. He made key shots, but not only that, he really anchored our defense well in both those games.
And you mentioned Addison. He has really come on the last 2 weeks.
Addison's been great, and then he got on the bus, and you feel so bad for the kid because he got on the bus and he was just white as white can be and sweating.
This was a week ago on the road trip
This
to
was
Eastern.
on the Thursday morning, and he still wanted to go and play, and it was like, Addison, I don't think you should come on this one. So hopefully he's fresh. But he's he played his best ball the weekend before. He came in here. He was feeling. He didn't eat anything until Saturday, I think, and he came in here, did some stuff Sunday. But he's been huge for us, and we're going to need him again this weekend.
And I don't know that there's a more consistent player that plays at a high level as what the Buffs point guard does, Julius.
Julius is as good a point guard as there is in the country.
If he doesn't get
he's
conference and regional player of the year.
He wants to pick the other guy up 40 minutes, and we're going, hey, Julius, we need you to score at the other end. I don't want to wear you out. But there's player we used to have, like David Chavovic, our assistant coach. He was like that as a player where it's like we would try to put him on somebody who can't really score that well to rest him, and it actually worked against him because he wanted that challenge on both ends of the court, and he was always better with that. And we realize that. We realize it with Julius, hey, just go after him, and we know you're not going to wear out. They can try to wear you out. You're going to be out there 40, and you're going to play great for us.
Now, tonight's opponent, St. Mary's, coached by Jim Zalesnik. They'll get up in your face and play defense. Knocked us off last year in overtime down in San Antonio.
Yeah, we owe them one. It was the fourth game in our, 6 days, or that was a NBA road trip we were on, and that was the end. And they got us in overtime. I think we came back from 10-point deficits twice with in a minute and a half. But it's a really good team. They play really good defense. They have some big guys, big true centers, the kind that we don't have. I told Rylan Holt, he's going, what are they like? I said, Rylan, you're going to get clubbed a couple times, and it won't be on purpose. So get ready for it. But we need him, Jesse, and Addison really to take care of the paint tonight.
Yeah, you mentioned big guys. Tyler Karen is second on their team in scoring at 12.9. He's 6'9". They also throw 6'7" out there, Mamadi Jekin.
Yep, he's the big dude. Karen's he's more of a wing. He can really shoot the ball at 6'9".
So you take 6'9" and put him outside.
Yep, that's the height. That's what we got to deal with. And, we know that as a team when we go into teams. We got to be quicker. We got to be more feisty. We've got to get our guards have really been doing. I'm sorry, I was just watching Thompson Pants over there. He kind of threw me off. But our guards really have started cleaning up rebounds at about 15, 16 feet.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Going to be fun. Buffs, I know you're not looking at the conference race right now, but again, WT has positioned themselves as the top seed right now with 4 games to go.
It's why you come here to play in front of a great crowd like this, and it's what we expect out of our guys, and our guys expect it out of each other and themselves. So it's a great team. You look at the conference, you look at the regional, you look at everything, and it gets to be too much. You focus on the game at hand, and you go play, and you have fun playing it, and whatever the hell happens. So
it's the Buffs and the Rattlers coming up following our current game, the Lady Buffs leading St. Mary's 18-11. Let's take another timeout. When we come back, we'll have your halftime statistics. You're watching Lady Buff basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
Went for a onside kick, landed on my knee pretty hard and ended up fracturing my femur. I ended up having to go back and have surgery. Even the day after I had surgery, I was back in the clinic here. It's nice to have people help me rehab at a caliber of what I'm used to feeling like I can do. One thing that I really liked was having access to the turf, because that's what I'm used to playing on. Now, it feels like nothing had ever happened. You have a choice of where you can go. This is one of the best places in Amarillo.
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas.
Energy is a glowing sphere of hot gas. It's an ocean of air. And at Excel Energy, we make it safe. It's why we train first responders. Help you identify where utility lines are buried. Sir, do not dig there. And it's why we study the flight paths of majestic golden eagles before we build a wind farm. Safer energy, people. It's all part of a carbon-free 2050. You, us, together.
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. We are at the half with West Texas A&M leading St. Mary's 18-11. Stats don't lie, and here's what we're looking at. Field goal percentage, actually the Lady Buffs 28% at 7 of 25 from the floor. St. Mary's just 9.7%, 3 of 31. From three-point range, neither team lighting it up. The Rattlers just 1 of 14. That translates to 7%. WT 2 of 9% for 2 of 9 for 22%. Free throws, St. Mary's 4 of 6 from the line. The Lady Buffs 2 of 5. Lady Buffs out rebounding the Rattlers 27-22. Not a lot of turnovers. 7 for St. Mary's, just 4 for WT, or excuse me, 11 for WT. That is a lot. But the telling story is in the second period, St. Mary's outscored WT 6-2, and the Lady Buffs did not score a field goal in the second quarter. So both teams struggling offensively. Lady Buffs not scoring a bucket in the second quarter from the floor, but conversely, defensively, Lady Buffs for the half hold the Rattlers to 11 points, the third fewest points allowed by the Lady Buffs in program history. Fewest points allowed in the first half, well, how about 0? New Mexico Highlands in November of 2007. Oklahoma Christian and Texas A&M Commerce were limited to 10 points. And 5 teams, and now 6, have been held to 11 in the first half. Now we'll see if the Lady Buffs can get their offensive transmission in gear here in the second half. Take a quick look elsewhere around the conference. Halftime, UTPB leads UT Tyler 27-26. Late in the half, Lubbock Christian leads St. Ed's 22-15. Oklahoma Christian 26-19 over Eastern New Mexico with 7 to play in the second. It's almost the half in Kingsville. Kingsville leads Midwestern State 35-25. And try and get an update on that score down in San Angelo. And they are at the half. Texas Womans leads Angelo State 27-26 in what would be a critical game in the standings. And the Lady Buffs come out firing. Kyla Kane off a nice give and go gets the layup. Bumps the Lady Buffs lead to 9. At the other end, Powell connects from outside for 3. Her first points of the game. Lady Buff lead trimmed to 6 at 20-14. Lady Buff struggling to get the ball up court. Finally do. Give and go. Taylor to Sabach. Nylam misfires on the short jumper.
Rattler ball.
Rattlers basketball trailing 20-14, and no, you didn't misunderstand. The Lady Buffs did not hit a field goal in the second quarter. We're outscored 6-2. Here's a mid-range turnaround missed by Elliott. The Rattlers get the offensive board. Bilic drives in, shot knocked out of bounds by Thabach. Rattlers basketball. Huggins to inbound. Taylor knocks it away. Well, before the game, Rattlers coach Valerie Weiser told me they're struggling offensively, but they play good defense. I don't know that she was expecting this. Here's Bilic with a strong drive in the lay-in. Lady Buff lead cut to 4. Kane up top. Almost carried. Stalled her. Lady Buffs running the weave. Ball was deflected out of bounds. Stalder to inbound. Gets it into Kane. 12 on the shot clock. Kane gets a screen from Taylor. Has the ball knocked away. Huggins came in from behind, deflected it to Powell, who goes coast to coast. We've got a 2-point ball game. 20-18. As the Rattlers have outscored the Lady Buffs 7-2 to open the third period. Huggins off the glass, and we're tied. Lady Buffs had an 11-point lead, and it is now 20-20 as Stalder charges at the other end.
Stalder gets the whistle. That's her first on the player control foul.
Now, one thing you don't want to do when you play a team that's struggling is give them reason to succeed, and that's exactly what the Lady Buffs are doing right now, as they are giving this St. Mary's team, which has lost 16 of their last 18, hope. And here's a turnaround by Elliott, no good. Taylor with the rebound. St. Mary's is forcing the Lady Buffs into bad shots and turnovers. And that's why we're tied 20-20 here in the third period. Stalder, mid-range, won't go. Rebound comes down to Ring. Bilic brings it up court. Drives the paint, misses the turnaround, and it'll be the Rattlers basketball. Bilic had an opportunity to give the Rattlers their first lead since the first bucket of the game. Here's Huggins, backs it out. Bilic, turnaround, goes around Decker, won't go. Decker with the rebound. Hamir on the wing, up top to Taylor. Mid-range, won't go. Well, the Lady Buffs opened the third period with a layup by Kane, and that has been it, as St. Mary's has ran off the last 9. Bilic tries to turn the corner, and they're going to say she was bumped by Hamir. For Asia, that's her second, first team foul of the third period.
Lady
Actually, let's make that the second WT team foul. Powell to inbounds, just throws it deep. Gabby Elliott tracks it down. Fresh 20 for the Rattlers as we approach the midway point of the third period. Elliott kicks it outside to Ring. Ring goes baseline, stops at the block and throws it away. Taylor picks it up, goes coast to coast for the lay-in. The Lady Buffs take the lead, and Josh Prock calls a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Here you see the steal and score by Lauren Taylor. Gives the Lady Buffs the lead at 22-20. You're watching West Texas basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
Deep in the heart of Texas, the prairie wide.
Bud Light, proudly brewed
In the heart of Texas.
We are Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
Well, the Rattlers have outscored the Lady Buffs here in the third period 9-4, but fortunately a steal and score by Lauren Taylor has allowed the Lady Buffs to retake the lead at 22-20. Lady Buffs 9 of 31 from the floor, that's 29%. The Rattlers 7 of 39, 18%. Lady Buffs from three-point range 2 of 10, the Rattlers 2 of 15. You want turnovers? We got them. Lady Buffs with 13. Just 8 for the Rattlers, but the Lady Buffs out-rebounding St. Mary's 29-28. St. Mary's with the opportunity to tie or take the lead with a 3 as they lob it down low to Elliott, who fights her way up and is fouled in the process. Elliott will go to the line to shoot twice as Nylam Thabach picks up her second team foul. Elliott, a 74%er on the year, was 1 of 2 in the first half from the line. And she ties the game back up. Hamir, long 3, no good. Rebound, Macaulay Gregory gets in there and gets the basketball. Feeds Thabach outside to Taylor, a 3 from the other side, no good. St. Mary's with the rebound. Huggins kicks it outside to Powell. Left wing to Perkins. Down low to Ring, works on Thabach. Left-handed hook, short. Thabach with the defensive board. Taylor to the rack and in the hole. Lauren Taylor with consecutive buckets for WT allows the Lady Buffs to retake the lead, 24-22. Now the Rattlers, who've missed their last 4, trying to break a 3:25 scoreless string. Nylam Thabach picks up her third, and that wasn't a good one as she was completely outside of the three-point arc. 4th team foul against the Lady Buffs in the third. That'll take us to a timeout. 4:05 to play, third period. Lady Buffs lead it 24-22. You're watching Lady Buff basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
Energy is a glowing sphere of hot gas. It's an ocean of air. And at Excel Energy, we make it safe. It's why we train first responders. Help you identify where utility lines are buried. Sir, do not dig there. And it's why we study the flight paths of majestic golden eagles before we build a wind farm. Safer energy, people. It's all part of a carbon-free 2050. You, us, together.
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. 4:05 to play, third period. Lady Buffs leading 24-22. Our halftime score was just 18-11 in favor of WT. The Rattlers have outscored the Lady Buffs 11-6 thus far in the third. Trying to add to it, a three put up by Briley Perkins. Hits the twine, and the Rattlers go up again at 25-22, 3:47 to play in the third. Hamir drives, now backs it out, finds Taylor. She's been the offensive spark, and she does it again. Taylor with 6 in the third period, 8 for the game, puts WT back up 26-25. Powell feeds Elliott. Her reverse is wild. Burgess with the rebound and the outlet to Stalder. Here's Taylor to Stalder on the baseline. Drives under, fouled hard. She'll go to the line. Aggressive move to the bucket by Stalder. Rattlers foul goes against Natalia Ring. Her third personal. Just the first team foul of the period against the Rattlers. Stalder goes to the line for the first time today. 71% on the season. Lady Buffs lead by 3. Double team in the corner. Burgess and Kane giving Elliott fits, and they force the turnover. Here's Taylor. Drives, pulls up off the side of the backboard. No good. Rebound comes down to the Rattlers' Elliott. Nice feed inside, wide open. Faith Phillips with the lay-in. The Rattlers within one at 28-27. Lady Buffs have led by as many as 11. Stalder feeds Taylor with the turnaround. Nice shot by Lauren.
Lauren Taylor.
She's up to 10. Lady Buff lead is 3 at 30-27. Billich, baseline. Kicks it outside, 3 short by Elliott. Hamir on the wing. Feeds Burgess to Stalder. Her three's an air ball, and it's going to go out of bounds. Buffs and the Rattlers coming up after this game. Fans wanted a foul there, but the Lady Buffs get the rebound. Stalder outside to Burgess, now Hamir. Kane in the corner for three, no good. Billich with the defensive board. Nearing 30 seconds to play in the third period. Lady Buffs lead it by 3. Dunn. Left wing to Perkins. Baseline and drug her feet. 15 and a half seconds to play. It's enough time for the Lady Buffs to get up court and set something up. Thabach replaces Burgess. Nine seconds. Here's Taylor up top with 5. She'll take a 3. No good. Rattlers with the rebound, and that will be our third period of play. With our score, West Texas A&M 30, St. Mary's 27. We'll take a timeout, come back for our final period of play. You're watching Lady Buff basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Well, we head to the fourth period of play with West Texas A&M leading St. Mary's 30-27. Lady Buffs 12 of 40 from the floor, 30%. St. Mary's 9 of 45, that's 20%. Three-pointers have been at a premium. Lady Buffs 2 of 15, 13%. St. Mary's 3 of 16, 19%. Lady Buffs just 4 of 7 from the free throw line. St. Mary's 6 of 8. Lady Buffs out-rebounding the Rattlers ever so slightly at 34-33, and turnovers 13 for WT, 10 for St. Mary's, and St. Mary's gets the basketball to start the period. Here's Phillips, turnaround, no good. Rebound loose, Phillips gets it, then drops it again. Stalder comes away with it and is fouled. Faith Phillips.
That whistle for the personal foul on the Rattlers, Gabby Elliott, her second.
Actually, it's called on Gabby Elliott. Phillips says, I was the one that fouled, but Elliott picks it up, her second. First Rattler foul of the period. 2 minutes to play in the third. Texas Woman's leads Angelo State 47-43. Lubbock Christian all over St. Edwards in the fourth, 44-23.
3 seconds in the lane. Rattlers ball.
Those teams are probably looking at the scoreboard, doing some scoreboard watching, wondering what the heck's going on in Canyon, Texas. Well, what's happening is St. Mary's is playing defense, as they have all season long. As a team allowing just 62 points a game. Here's a three from outside, off the glass and off the rim, no good, and we've got a foul on the floor. This is going to go against Lauren Taylor. Her second, first team foul against the Lady Buffs in the fourth.
First team foul in the fourth.
Lady Buffs leading by 3. The Rattlers have struggled to score all year, but they have also limited teams to not a lot of points. And there's a strong drive by Araya Powell. 7 points, all in the second half. Three outside, Kyla Kane. She has 10, and she joins Lauren Taylor in double-figure scoring. Araya Powell for 3, no. Taylor with the rebound. That's her 7th. Hamir misses badly on a 3, but Burgess gets the rebound. Stalder in the corner to Burgess on the block. Hamir will try again. Air ball. Stalder with the rebound. She'll put it up herself, and she'll go to the line. Stalder 2 of 2 from the line tonight. Have an opportunity for 2 more.
2 AOMS free throws for Holly Stalder.
Stalder makes them both. Lady Buff lead bumped up to 6, largest it has been in a while. There's a nice turnaround in the paint. Faith Phillips, her 6th point. Long 3, Asia Hamir. Well, that was much needed, and Lady Buffs suddenly have a little breathing room at 38-31. And there's going to be an offensive foul. Gabby Elliott with the moving screen. Her 3rd, the team's 2nd.
13 foul on St. Mary's.
Lady Buffs' largest lead was 11. At the 9:19 mark of the second period. But then they were proceeded to be outscored in that second period, 6-2. Sounds like a baseball score. And were outscored in the third period, 16-12. but they currently lead by 7. Here's a steal. Jaden Dunn takes it in. Was going away from the bucket when she put up that layup shot. Resulted in a miss, and it'll be Lady Buffs basketball. .6:25 to play, fourth period. Kane on the wing. Lob to Sabach. She's fouled.
Rattlers foul. Michaela Casera, that's her first personal foul.
Michaela Casera.
14th foul.
Her first. Fourth team foul. Casera, a 6'3" junior. Comes from Germany. Plays sparingly. She's getting an opportunity here in a game that the Rattlers have a chance to win. Kane has the ball knocked away, and the Rattlers control it. We've got a whistle and a foul called against WT. Jaden Dunn came up with the ball. Hamer fouled. That's her third. Reverse inside, blocked and controlled by Burgess. Big defensive play there by Jayla. Taylor, strong, feeds Sabach out of bounds. Lady Buffs basketball. Fewest points the Lady Buffs have scored this year, 51. That was at Tampa, December 19. Hamer for three, knock it down. We've got a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. Lady Buffs lead back up to 10, 41-31. You're watching West Texas basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. Lady Buffs with a little bit of breathing room in what has been a tight basketball game with St. Mary's. Rattlers led by 1 with 3 to play in the third period, but the Lady Buffs in the fourth period doing what winning teams do, and that's play strong down the stretch, outscoring St. Mary's in the fourth, 11-4 to open up a 41-31 lead. Kyla Kane and Lauren Taylor, the only Lady Buffs and actually the only players in the ball game in double figures, each with 10. Rattlers basketball with 5:30 to play. We've got a whistle and a foul against St. Mary's. Offensive foul. Still waiting on the call.
At the line with the AOMS free throws, Nyla Sabach.
And that foul was on Michaela Kusera, her second personal, 5th Rattler team foul. So Sabach goes to the line for WT, shooting twice. 0 of 2 in the first half, and she misses the first shot here on this two-shot opportunity. Tabach with 4 points this evening. Gets the second, so she's up to 5, and the Lady Buffs lead at 11. 42-31, just over 5 to play here in the fourth period. Lady Buffs on a 12-2 run over the last 3 minutes, 18 seconds. Ring in the paint, short with the layup, and the outlet almost stolen away. Dunn stepped in the passing lane, knocked it away, but couldn't track it down. And the inlet from Stalder goes out of bounds. Officials having a discussion over at the scorer's table. I wonder if this is about the possession arrow. Rattlers basketball, trailing by 11. Here's Dunn on the wing. She'll pull up from 17, knocks it down. Makes it a 9-point game. Taylor tries to feed Tabach. Nice steal. Elliott jumps up, snatches the ball. Kicks it back out to Ring. Thought of the outside shot, drives in. Tabach is there to knock it away. Kane comes up with it, pulls the ball out. Approaching 4 minutes to play in the contest. Tabach to Taylor. Here's Stalder in the corner. Kane at the line, drives in. Feeds Stalder, 4 on the shot clock, and Stalder called for the charge. A little bit too aggressive on her dribble drive. Here you'll see it again. Kind of lowered that right shoulder. That camera angle didn't show it as aggressively as it was, but she put the shoulder down as she drove to the basket. 3:48 to play. Lady Buffs by 9, 42-33. Dunn in the corner, steps on the baseline. Actually, they're going to call 3 seconds. That was a quick one. Leandre Benton with the whistle. Kane double teamed in the corner. Gets it out to Burgess. Cross court to Taylor, almost airmailed it. Kane up top. Here's Taylor, back to Hamer, long three, she'll take it, she'll make it. Third three of the second half by Asia Hamer. 12-point lead for the Lady Buffs, their largest of the game, 3:08 to play. Here's Elliott to Powell. Elliott with 10. Outside to Perkins, back to Elliott. Turns around over Tabach. No. And they call Tabach with her fourth. Fourth team foul against West Texas. That'll send Gabby Elliott to the line, shooting twice. Makes the first. Has one more to go. She's currently 4 of 5 from the line this evening. Misses the second. Thabach with the rebound, her 9th. Lauren Taylor has 9 points, or 9 rebounds to go with 10 points. Taylor drives baseline, puts it off the glass short. Got too far under the basket, had to reach back and came up short. Huggins outside, motions for someone to come help. We approach the 2-minute mark with the Lady Buffs leading by 11. Long three outside, missed by Perkins. Rebound, Thabach gets it. Cross court to Burgess, gives it to Taylor. And Kane will bring the Lady Buffs up court. Thabach with her 10th rebound of the contest. She had 13 this year against Tampa. Short jumper by Kane misses. Lead stays at 11. Minute and a half to play. St. Mary's needs some urgency. Powell with a misguided three. Kane with the basketball, and Josh Prock calls a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 1:15 to play. Lady Buffs up 45-34. You're watching Lady Buff basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1831 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer and put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Well, it's not been pretty, but it's been gritty as the Lady Buffs have opened up an 11-point lead, 45-34, 1:15 to play. But hats off to this St. Mary's team. Comes in here with nothing to play for but pride, sitting 15th out of 16 teams in the Lone Star Conference women's race. Have lost 16 of their last 18. But they have given the Lady Buffs all they can handle. Leading as late as the 3-minute mark in the third period. Tiana Huggins picks up her second. Kyla Kane goes to the line shooting twice. Kyla knocks the first one down. She's 84% on the season, 29 of 34. It's almost automatic. And that's all needed to be said as she misses the second. 1:10 to play. In the corner. Left-handed three by Araya Powell. Deflects off the side of the backboard. Lady Buff basketball. Burgess inbound for WT. As Faith Phillips replaces Natalia Ring. in the Rattlers lineup. Burgess gets it in to Hamer. Hamer to Kane, who'll get the ball across the midcourt stripe. Lauren Taylor. Right side to Hamer. Here's the Botch with 10 on the shot clock. To Hamer. Drives. 4 on the shot clock. I don't think she's aware of it. The Botch gets rid of it at the buzzer. The Botch with her first field goal of the second half is up to 7. Lady Buffs' lead is up to 12. Phillips. Now Powell. 18 seconds to play. Powell's 3, no good. Taylor gets the rebound. She'll dribble up court and should be able to dribble out the clock if the Rattlers don't foul. Well, it wasn't pretty, but it was certainly effective, as the Lady Buffs run their season record to 19-8. They are now 12-7 in Lone Star Conference play, increase their home winning streak to 26 consecutive games. St. Mary's falls to 7-18, 3-16 overall. Lady Buffs win it by the score of 48-34. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back with our post-game wrap and then have the men's game in about 25 minutes. You've been watching West Texas A&M basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train long, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Welcome to MediDrive Pharmacy. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to console you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly professional service and the highest quality of medicine and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your health care needs.
Suddenlink is now Optimum, with award-winning internet, TV, and mobile, giving you the power to get closer and go farther with speed and reliability. With our new 100% fiber internet we're building, together with Optimum Mobile, voted #1 in customer satisfaction, you'll get the complete connectivity you deserve. And when you combine Optimum's award-winning connectivity with our 24/7 customer service, your future is only a connection away.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. Lady Buffs keep their 26-game home win streak alive. We're visiting now with a young lady that gutted it out. One of those games that you don't look at the stats. You probably don't want to look at the video tomorrow, but a win is a win. Lady Buffs were struggling, led 18-11 at the half, but then offensively, you kind of put the team on the shoulders in the second half.
Absolutely. It's February. Tonight was one of those games where you couldn't buy a basket, so you had to fight for it. So that's basically what I just had to go for.
Now, you mentioned it's February. You've been through this before last year when the Lady Buffs went to the Elite Eight. Down the stretch, every game's critical, and it doesn't really matter who the opponent is. Everybody's going to give you a game.
Absolutely. Everyone's fighting for the same thing. We got conference coming up, so it's a big-time turn coming up soon.
I want to talk about your role with this team. Last year, you were playing outside, more of a guard role, but this year they're putting you down there on the baseline, and to start the second half, the first two buckets that we scored was you driving inside against the bigs.
Yeah, unfortunately we had a lot of injuries this season, so I had to step in the big roles, and that happened to be a big person guard. So basically it just comes down to competition. If I have a mismatch, I'm going inside. With a bigger guard on me, I'll be outside.
Now, looking at tonight's game, 18-11 at the half. Lady Buffs did not score a field goal in the second period. What was the mood at halftime locker room?
Honestly, it was just keep your head up, make them fall, focus in, step up, and put them in.
Coach Brock's head didn't get red?
Oh, you know it was red. It was about to explode, but can't say that.
Well, congratulations on the win. St. Ed's coming in Saturday. They've always got a tall team, tough opponent.
Yeah, it's another Saturday, another big game, another time to step up.
Well, that's Lauren Taylor, the senior from Colliersville, Tennessee. 10 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. We're going to be joined now by Lady Buff assistant coach KK Connor. Michaela, as it says on her driver's license. And I know as a coach, this is one that you're just glad to get behind you. A team that's struggling, but they have done a great job defensively all year, and we saw that tonight.
Absolutely. I think it was just one of those grinded out games, especially it's a big win for us after coming off 2 losses. But I was just really proud of our girls. Our defensive effort, holding them to 3 quarters, single-digit scoring was huge for us.
Yeah, St. Mary's has struggled scoring this year, but they've done a great job of holding their opponents down, which, 18 points in the first half for WT, but 11 for St. Mary's, tied for the third fewest this program has ever allowed. Talk a little bit, the young lady we just talked to, Lauren Taylor, looked like she just put the Lady Buffs on her shoulders offensively in the third period.
Absolutely. I mean, at halftime, we definitely challenged them to get out there and be aggressive and play basketball. Obviously, we give them plays to run. We tell them X and O's, but they're the ones who can just make the reads and go make those plays. And I think that's what Lauren kind of figured out in that second half is, hey, they can't guard me. I'm just going to take it to the hole every time.
Which is exactly what she was doing. We were talking about her role this year compared to last year. Last year she was playing outside. This year you guys are putting her down on the baseline, getting her in with the bigs, but her ball handling gives her an advantage.
Absolutely. I mean, we think that we try to exploit mismatches when we're going against other teams, and Lauren is someone who's really hard to guard. She's hard to guard if she has a small person on her, and she's hard to guard if she has a tall person on her because she could try to go by him. And I think she's slowly figured that out this year, and that's kind of where she's at right now.
And she's going to have that opportunity Saturday against St. Ed's. They're always a tall team.
Absolutely. And I think that's what every time we go into preparation, we're just trying to make sure who matches up best with who, where can we take advantage and where do we have disadvantages, and just work through that.
Well, that's Michaela Connor, assistant coach for the Lady Buffs. Lady Buffs win it 48-34. We're going to take a timeout. Come back with our wrap. You're watching West Texas A&M basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
The best tailgates start with the best beef, and the best beef starts with Market Street. Market Street, where we do beef the best.
Deep in the heart of Texas, the prairie lies
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas.
Since 1910, WT and the Department of Agricultural Sciences has provided high-quality education to the students of the Panhandle and beyond.
At WT, professors know me and are committed to my success.
If you want to get an ag industry job, WT is where you need to be.
I don't want just a job and a paycheck after graduation. I want a career where I can make a difference.
WT invested in my career. I intend to pay it forward.
Well, the Lady Buffs gutted out, winning 48-34, leading 18-11 at the half, holding St. Mary's to single digits in 3 of the 4 periods tonight, again winning 48-34. Let's take a look at the final team statistics. From the field, Lady Buffs defensively really clamping down on the Rattlers. St. Mary's just 12 of 61 from the floor. That's 19%. The Lady Buffs 17 of 50 for 34%. Three-pointers, the Rattlers just 3 of 22 for 13%. Lady Buffs not great at 6 of 21, but those threes came largely in the fourth quarter to help the Lady Buffs overcome a deficit. Free throws, there weren't a lot in this game. St. Mary's 70% at 7 of 10. The Lady Buffs just 61% at 8 of 13. Lady Buffs out-rebound the Rattlers 48-39. Lady Buffs, though, with 19 turnovers to just 13 for St. Mary's. St. Mary's scored 11 points off those 19 Lady Buff turnovers, but the Lady Buffs outscore the Rattlers 22-8 in the paint. Lady Buff's biggest lead was 14 in the waning moments. St. Mary's biggest lead was 2. They also led by 1 with 3:14 to play in the third period. But the Lady Buffs win, bump their season record to 19-8, 12-7 in Lone Star Conference play. St. Mary's falls to 7-18, 3-15 in Lone Star Conference play. Take a look real quick around the Lone Star Conference women's basketball scores this evening. UT Permian Basin defeats UT Tyler 67-63. Oklahoma Christian is going to win over Eastern New Mexico 74-65. A&M Kingsville with an 82-72 win over Midwestern State. Arkansas Fort Smith 74-52 over Western New Mexico. Angelo State, this would be an upset. 20 seconds left, leads Texas Woman's 70-67. Cameron leading Texas A&M International 60-56, starting the fourth. And of course, here at the First United Bank Center, the Lady Buffs lead St. Mary's 48-34. That'll wrap it up for the women's game. We're going to take a timeout. We're going to come back in about 12 minutes for the men's nightcap. The Buffaloes taking on the Rattlers of St. Mary's. Until then, I'm Kent Johnson. We'll see you again